Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are, whenever you're watching this. This is Floating in Dreams, and today we're going to do an overview of some Eldridge lipsticks and lip glosses. Welcome to everybody watching today's video. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today is going to be a video with all of the lipsticks that I have from Eldridge that aren't a true velvet. So I have 2 of her Gloss Embrace lip glosses, I have 7 luxuriously Lucent lipsticks, and I have 2 insanely saturated lipsticks. I did a video over the winter time where I showed all of the true velvets I have. That collection is complete, and I do own all of the lipsticks that are available from the Luxuriously Lucent and Insanely Saturated line until today, because today this video goes live, she's going to be releasing 7 new Luxuriously Lucent lipsticks and 3 new Insanely Saturated lipsticks, and the other shades that I'm going to be showing you today will all be restocking. So I was sort of umming and ahhing because it had been my plan to show you the Luxuriously Lucent lipsticks this month anyway. That was like part of my content planning for July, and I was like, well, she's coming up with new shades. If I time it correctly, then that's the way I'm gonna do it. So far, I haven't seen any of the new shades yet. I've only seen an email from her, from her website, I'm subscribed to the newsletter, and that's where this line was announced. So as I'm filming this, I have no clue what's going to be new, but I'm super excited for this, and I thought I could show you these things. In case you're new here and you're unfamiliar with my channel, hi, my name is Maaike. I live in the Netherlands. I love coming on here to chat about eyeshadow palettes, essence reviews, and I love getting the use out of my makeup, and that's why I want to rave about some Eldridge lip products again, because those lip products have been front and center ever since I discovered them. I have to say though, the Gloss Embrace, not my favorite gloss formula. There's just something about it I'm not too keen on, so I only have 2 of those. The Luxuriously Lucent line was one that I think I picked up for the first time last year, and I got 2 or 3 of the shades then, and then when she restocked them earlier this spring, I snatched up the other shades that were available because I was like, ooh, this was a really nice formula, especially because I have been going more towards sheerer, more balmy lip formulas. I don't necessarily need a fully saturated matte lip anymore. That used to be my preference. But, you know, this little thing called a pandemic came along, and then we started wearing face masks, and lipstick was a bit of a no-go. And then I really discovered these more balmy, sheer formulas. And then we have the Insanely Saturated lipsticks. Those haven't been around for a while, so I'm glad she's bringing it back, because especially one of them, Skyscraper Rose, is one of my all-time favorite lipsticks, and you'll see when I put it on that I'm gonna save it till the end because it's a really good one. It's a really good shade on me. Now, the eye look I'm wearing I thought was going to be more neutral, so I do apologize. It looks a little bit more yellow, but it's multi-chrome, so you never really know what they're gonna do beforehand. But yeah, essentially I'm wearing 2 or 3 shades of eyeshadow. It looks like I did a lot of work. Now that we have all of the announcements out of the way, let's get to these lip products. And we're kicking things off with the 2 Gloss Embrace lip glosses that I have. I have Songbird and I have Muse. So I have something that's a peachy nude and a darker nude. And I bought Muse because Muse is my favorite true velvet from the entire line of true velvets. It's my perfect nude lipstick. So I was hoping that the gloss would be my perfect nude gloss. And I don't know what it is about this formula, but I feel it just doesn't do a whole lot for me. The shades are pretty, but I have other glosses that I just reach for a lot more than these do. So I bought these knowing how much I love the lipsticks, thinking this is going to be my new favorite lip gloss formula, and it just didn't turn out that way. So I have been skeptical picking up any of the other shades, but I figured I could still show you these today. So Gloss Embrace Songbird is first up, and that's what it looks like. This is my favorite of the 2 shades because I don't know why, I feel it just does a little bit more. It's a little bit light, but I do really like it. Let me show it to you on. And this is what Songbird looks like on me. As you can see, perfect nude lip gloss. There is not much to fault it here. It's just that this formula I don't know. It's supposed to be very balmy and nourishing, but to me they feel a little bit sticky, and I don't love that. And next up we have Muse, which I've already said is my favorite shade in the True Velvet lipstick line. And this is deeper, and it's definitely sort of that my shade, my lips but better kind of shade. So I had expected to love this more, but I feel that these aren't fully opaque, so they kind of shine through. These lip glosses just work better over a lipstick or a lip liner, and that's just not how I wear a gloss. But if you do, then definitely check these out because they are nice, but you do have to have a base layer, I feel. And that is what Muse looks like on me. It's pretty. It is definitely that my lips but better thing that I was hoping this could do, but I have this from Catrice. This is the Better Than Fake Lips Volume Gloss in the shade Lifting Nude, and I love it much better than I do this. I love the formula. I love how this wears. I love how this feels. It's very nice, rich and creamy. Doesn't dry out your lips, and I love the shade on it. This is one of my favorite glosses that I've discovered this year, and this doesn't hold a candle to it, and this is only a fraction of the price. So in terms of gloss, these just aren't my favorite, but they're good. They're good glosses. I just wouldn't pay this price point for glosses of this quality. And then we're going on to the main event, the Luxuriously Lucent lipsticks, and this is in the shade Kitten Mischief. And Kitten Mischief was a shade, when she showed it, I was like, would that be flattering on me? Because it's quite of a peachy, browny nude, which is usually not my favorite. And then last year I went through a phase where I only wore this. Like every single day, this is all I want to wear, and I just know the minute I put this on my face, I'm gonna go like, right, I'm gonna wear you every single day from now on, right, like straight away. It's very pretty. Lisa Eldridge described this as her perfect nude, and I definitely think it's a really good nude lipstick that will be flattering for a lot of people. And you can see that it definitely has a little bit of shine to it. It's a sheer buildable formula that if you just put on one light layer, it can be a bit like a gloss. But then if you like go in with 2 or 3 layers, you get more opacity in the shade, which is what I prefer because I got naturally quite pigmented lips. Especially today, for some reason, I've got a lot of purple going on in my bottom lip, and not a lot of lipsticks, especially if they're sheer, are able to cover that, and it can really skew the look of a lipstick if I'm not careful. But with these, I feel I have no issue doing just that. And that's Kitten Mischief. As you can see, it is definitely like a perfect nude. It is peachy, but on me, for some reason, it pulls a little bit pink. And that's one of the things I am loving about any Lisa Eldridge lipstick that I've tried, is that there's always something in the undertone of the lipstick that is going to work with your complexion. These are universally flattering lipstick shades, which not often is the case, because very often brands don't factor in like the natural color of the lips or the fact that people just have different undertones. But these lipsticks definitely do. And then we have a shade I haven't tried yet. This is Dance Card. I've only taken pictures of this. And this is much more of a corally shade. And I believe that what she explained in her video when these launched last year, when she launched these, she was trying to go for that like 1950s kind of coral shade, which, you know, was all the rave back in the day. I'm not a huge fan of corals, which is why I didn't pick this up initially. But swatched next to Kitten Mischief, you can see that Kitten Mischief has a lot more brown, is a lot more warm, whereas this is a bit more vibrancy to it. So coral lipsticks, I like, I can get away with it, but it's definitely a look on me that I don't always love. But if I'm going to wear a shade like this, it's going to be in the summertime. And that is what Dan's card looks on me. It's perhaps a touch too light for it to really truly work on me. I mean, I can build it up, it looks fine. I think it actually picks up on some of the like lighter pink that I've got going on in my dress, which I do really like. I think this is a really fun, very pretty lipstick shade. If you want to wear something that's brighter, but you don't want to go full on bright. However, I definitely do also have one of the brighter shades that this line has to offer, which I'm a little bit more excited for, like right off the bat. This is just not something that I know I'm going to be getting a whole lot of use out of, but I think it's a good one to have. I don't have any coral lipsticks that aren't like full on right bright in your face. And because this is a bit more muted, it's perhaps a little bit more wearable. And then we have an unexpected favorite. I did not think I was going to love this shade as much because I am usually not really into pinks. But this is Rose Official, and Rose Official is like a muted pinky. It's not quite nude, but it's not like a full-on bright pink. It's not dusty either. It is pink, but it's not super duper in your face pink, which is what I liked. And this was very stunning on when I bought it last year. Again, I sort of went between this and Kit and Mischief for like weeks over the summer last year when I first got these. And then during the fall time, I started wearing the darker shade that I had from this line a lot more often as well, which we will see in a minute. But this is what Rose Official looks like. Let's throw it on. And that's Rose Official, which, I don't know, it just really livens up my face, which is what I love about this. It just has enough pink, but it kind of pulls on the bluish purpley undertones that I've got going on in my lips naturally, making it almost look a little bit berry, which you wouldn't expect this to do just from looking at the bullet. And I'm again reminded why I love this formula so much. It's really nice and balmy. It doesn't dry out your lips at all, but these do last on your lips because they have a bit of a staining effect. Then another one that's new to me that I only got from the restock, and it's Love of My Life. And this is the brighter pink shade. And this has been around for a while. This was launched when these first launched together with the Go Lightly shade. The only shade that's come back since is Love of My Life. Go Lightly hasn't been available, but this is a bit brighter, which is why I was like, I don't love bright pinks. But again, something like this for the summertime, I'm hoping this is going to give that popsicle kind of, I just ate a watermelon kind of look. And that's what its swatch is like. So that is very pretty for the summer, but it definitely has a lot of a almost like a baby blue quality to it on me. I think it actually drains me a little bit. It makes me look extra pale. You know what this will be really nice with? If you just do a very clean eye and then like a strong black liner, then a lipstick like this can work on me for sure. So I can definitely make it work, but I think my cheek look today is a little bit too warm toned to really for it to go with this perfectly. This is going to be a really nice winter shade for me because then my skin gets even paler. Like I go snow white pale in the summer, in the winter time, and then shades like this can be really nice with like a blue toned pink blush shade on, and then just a very clean eye. I think it's definitely going to be a pretty look. Not something I'd be wearing in the summertime though. It doesn't have that popsicle kind of vibe, which I was hoping for. And then we have another new to me shade, and this is another neutral, and this is the one where I was like, why didn't I pick this up before? This is Spirited Away, and it's, I believe that on the website it's described as like a muted rose brown shade, or like a, what, rosewood. That's the shade name. That's what I was looking for. And it definitely has a lot of brown running through it, but I think it's going to be like the luxuriously Lucent version of Muse. That's what I'm hoping for. So maybe this could be my new favorite nude lipstick. Who knows? Let's swatch and find out. Ooh, that is right up my street. Oh yes, that's all I can say. This is a really, really lovely lipstick. Very, very stunning. It doesn't really go again with the look I've got going on today. It definitely has a lot of warmth to it, which you can expect a little bit. It's got a little bit of an orangey brown tint almost, but I feel that once I put it on, you don't really see that anymore. So it's definitely like a warmer, rosy shade, I would say. So it's got a lot of brownish undertones that I think is going to be flattering on a lot of people, especially if you have darker skin, or maybe if you have olive skin, this can be really, really stunning. Against my fair skin, I think it works really well, and I know when I'm going to get the use out of this lipstick. The fall time. And then we get a shade that last fall, all I was wearing was the shade Painterly, and this is the darkest shade that was available in the Luxuriously Lucent line till now. And this is really one of those shades that you can adapt. If you just like tap it on, you can make it look like you've just bitten your lips almost. It's a brownish toned red. So it's a bit of a different kind of shade, but I felt it worked really well for those days where I wanted to wear something that was a bit more saturated and a bit more there, but that wasn't like a full-on red. It definitely has this like middle ground sort of vibe. So this was another one that I loved when I started wearing it every day. And then you can just see that it's like the darker version of Spirited Away in a way. So that's why I probably didn't pick these up at the same time, because if you put them together, you can just see that Spirited Away is just a little bit lighter. So do you need both? Probably not. I would say go with Painterly, because I feel from uniqueness in terms of colors, this is one of the more unique things this range has to offer. And that's what Painterly looks like on me. I hope the camera picks up on what this does for my face. It just, you know, you're wearing lipstick for sure, but there's just something about this shade that, I don't know, it just lifts up my entire complexion, I feel, which is why this was one of my favorites, and I wore it almost every single day last fall. And then we have the last Luxuriously Lucent lipstick. This is in the shade Atomic Cherry. And this was one that I didn't pick up straight away because I was like, I think I already have shades like that in my lipstick collection. So I sort of passed up on it thinking, I'll pick it up later. And then this one sold out completely. And this was the one that I really wanted to get still. So this is a vibrant, like corally, neon-y red. I think this is going to be stunning. This is going to be that summer shade for me, I'm sure. Just swatching it on the back of my hand, I can tell this is what I thought Love of My Life was going to be, but you can just see that Love of My Life has a lot more blue to it, and this is a little bit more that ripe fruit kind of shade. So this I'm super excited for. And there we have Atomic Cherry. And indeed, it is what I thought Love of My Life was going to do for me. This is stunning. Do I have shades like this in my collection? For sure, but nothing in this sheer balmy kind of formula. So I think for me, the formula makes this a bit more unique, because in the summertime, I don't want to wear too heavy of a lipstick, and a lot of the shades I have that do something like this are very often full-on mattes, which in the summertime, I don't tend to reach for. So this, for the summertime, stunning. And then we're moving into the Insanely Saturated. So there's only 2 of those out so far, and I have Rainbow Spill. And these have never been my true favorites because I felt that these were a little bit more drying on the lips, especially this shade. Rainbow Spill kind of accentuates the lines in my lips. It is a neon coral. Like, this is very in your face. Not for the faint of heart, really fun for summer. Not something I can wear in the winter time when my lips are super dry, and it definitely needs exfoliation before it. and that is Rainbow Spill. And this is such a stunning lipstick. It's just that now that I put it on and I feel this formula again, I can feel it sucking the life out of my lips. I don't love that about it, but it's really, really pretty. It's very vibrant. But one of the things that I've never loved about this one either, which I didn't have with Skyscraper Rose, which is coming up next. So one thing that I've never loved about this lipstick is the way it sits on my bottom lip, where it looks like I've got a lot of pigment in the center of my lip, then a dark ring and a more vibrant ring around it. This is the only Lisa Eldridge lipsticks I've tried that does that for me. So that's why I feel, again, it's not perfect, because it just doesn't really work well with the texture of my lips. One more shade to go. But my favorite of the two, Skyscraper Rose, and it's gonna go with the dress, which is why I'm wearing it today. This is, if you don't love pinks and you think, oh, not another pink lipstick, try this. You'll love it. It's got a lot of like berry running through it, which is why it's very flattering. It's like the perfect vibrant pink. So that is what Skyscraper Rose looks like on me. I hope you can see why I love this so much. It's easily one of the best bright pink lipsticks in my entire lipstick collection. You can just tell why these are called insanely saturated lipsticks. Their pigmentation is insane. I feel that this also has a better formula than Rainbow Spill. It doesn't feel as like draining on the lips. I think Rainbow Spill, because it's more of a neon, has a very strong white base, and neons can be very difficult to do in terms of lipstick. So I think that may be part of it. This is definitely just bright, just insane brightness. If you want my recommendations from what I've shown you today, Skyscraper Rose, Painterly, and Kitten Mischief are by far my 3 favorites here today. So those would be my recommendations. Of course, I do want to come on here in the future and update you if I do end up picking up any more of these. But for now, I hope it was helpful that I'm showing you these lipsticks, because these will also be available, even though there will be much more new stuff to choose from as well. But I'm sure Lisa Eldridge will have videos up with those. So go and check her channel out as well, because she does some amazing videos every single time she launches new products. So I'm very much looking forward to watching those myself. For now, I would like to thank you so very much for being here. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more by me. I make several videos a week, and every single month I like to come on here to try out some lipsticks for you as well. So if you like this kind of video, then definitely stay tuned, because I do come on here regularly to chat about lipsticks as well. So I hope you'd like to stay tuned for that. Thank you so very much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day, everybody. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.